This week I'm reviewing A Plague Tale: Innocence, the game all about plague and... Ooh, rats! Oh my god, the rats! Warning, there may be minor spoilers ahead. A Plague Tale: Innocence is a stealth-orientated action-adventure game released in May 2019. It was developed by Asobo Studio and published by Focus Home Interactive. It's available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. The game is set in France in 1348, a time of war and plague. You play as Amicia de Rune, a young noble girl who is tasked with looking after her sick younger brother Hugo after some what can only be described as shit goes down at your family estate. Amicia and Hugo must make their way across the hostile countryside to find a doctor to rid Hugo of his illness. In doing so, you meet other characters to join your journey. As Amicia and Hugo are children, they lack the combat skills needed to fight the English army and Inquisition. You therefore have to stealth your way around the game, armed only with a sling and rocks. Fortunately, Amicia is a crack shot with the sling, which is upgradable. It's a versatile weapon which can be used to solve puzzles, scare away hordes of rats, and in some situations kill the enemy. In later chapters, to control the gameplay interestingly, control temporarily moves to Hugo. So, what did I think of the game? It's gory, it's brutal, so naturally I loved it. The story is linear, so there is no sandbox exploration to be had, apart from minor path changes to look for collectibles. I've played a few open world games in a row, so it's a nice change of pace to have a story to follow without the distraction of side quests and navigating through huge maps. This is exactly how the game needs to be. It would not be a suitable open world game. Instead, it focuses on moving the story forward while allowing you enough time in each level to take in the aesthetics and manoeuvring through dire situations for the protagonists. The scenery is spectacular and spectacularly horrifying. In the ever-increasing rotting landscape, the huge numbers of both animal and human corpses cover the land, which means hordes of rats you need to find a way past. There was one section I particularly found more gruesome than others. In level 9, Amicia had to stealth walk her way through rotting corpses under the public gallows to get from point A to point B. Amicia's commentary as you guide her through just makes it all the more gut-churning. Having said that, the face animation of the characters seemed somewhat off. It looks somewhere in between the Uncanny Valley and dead people wearing makeup. Same with the rats. On an individual level, the rats again look slightly off, but when you encounter a horde of them, they are purely terrifying. Personally, I'm not that great at stealth games. I love to run in and just instantly start fighting people. A Plague Tale: Innocence really challenged me in this regard. It is very reliant on stealth or running away from danger. There was no cutting down the bad guy with swords or shooting arrows through their heads at a distance. Amicia used the sling to knock people out, but gameplay was set up in most cases to just sneak around them. There were times I was holding my breath and clenching my butt cheeks as I ran past rats or inquisitors, just trying to make it safely to the next save point. I wasn't always successful on the first try. In some of the later levels, you play as little Hugo, a 5-year-old child who has no protection, and you can only stealth your way through these levels. For me, as the one controlling the little pixel bundle of joy, I really felt protective of Hugo and extremely aware of just how defenseless he is. He is so tiny, and it really stressed me out. Both Amicia and Hugo were written well. Hugo is not bratty considering his age, and Amicia is a caring big sister with wicked sling skills. Sure, they have their moments, but they are strong, resilient characters. Both characters are voiced by child actors, Charlotte McBurney and Logan Hannon. They participated in the writing of the script and even suggested changes to their dialogue. For large sections of game, you are escorting NPCs through the harsh environments, and they are needed for story progression. This mechanic worked really well. The NPCs did not get in the way or expose your position. The AI balanced them well with the moves you made as Amicia. At certain points, you direct these NPCs to perform tasks for you, and that also works smoothly and intelligently. So, should you buy the game? Hells yes. It was thoroughly enjoyable. I played through 3 times to get 100% achievements and never got bored in any playthrough. I wouldn't label it a happy tale, and parts are rather brutal, but the story is engaging, the main characters are charming, and the overall look is enjoyable. I only encountered one glitch where I fell through a floor and was under the world, so I couldn't get out without restarting the level. But that glitch didn't happen until my 3rd playthrough and about halfway through the game. That is amazing in today's standards, unfortunately. So thanks for listening to my review of A Plague Tale: Innocence. I hope I have inspired you to consider playing the game if you haven't already. It really is worth it, and it's you won't be disappointed. It was such a beautiful and brutal game. So please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and comment below if you have played it. Are you interested in playing it? And if you have played it, did you like the game? Catch you in the next video. Bye!